Shanette Sheffield, Junior, Political Science major, President of RCP. What is it like to me being African American and going to a predominantly white school as compared to HBCU? To me, it's very interesting. At a HBCU, I have a bunch of friends that go there. They experience a lot of cultural awareness, a lot of awareness about things plaguing the African American community, like HIV and AIDS, or like STDs at some of the major HBCUs on campus. However, at a predominantly white school like I attend, it's very little talked about the African American community unless the African Americans promote it. Like HIV and AIDS was a topic really never talked about on our campus until World AIDS Day, and other issues like diabetes and high cholesterol and some of the health issues that plague the African American community more than any other community in the United States. And we coming to coming to a predominantly white school and being African American is also kind of challenging because, especially being an athlete, they expect African Americans to just be athletes, or the stigma is we can just dribble and catch balls or run real fast. And then when we come into the classroom, we're expected to perform on top or above the top to be successful. But other students who come sleep and don't even put as much work in are okay because they're Caucasian. And that's not really fair that we have to, one African American student in the class has to represent the whole entire class, but it's just we're looked on as the representative of all African American people because this is all this Caucasian community see. On our campus, we try to diversify it more, but you can tell when it's an African American event or when it's in this Caucasian event, there's really no mingling, and it's sad to say because a lot of the stuff that goes on campus can enrich both communities, but it's still a divide. And I see that being a senator, I see that playing basketball, you see it in different facets of the campus. Okay, personally I feel that the African American community does a alright job of making health issues, awareness about health issues. In the last couple years, they have a big push to campaign for HIV and AIDS, and just letting people know the importance of it. BET does a special. Donovan Thomas started RCP, Respect Yourself, Check Yourself, Protect Yourself. And other health issues now are coming to the front, like diabetes and just obesity in the African American community because of the things we eat. But 10 to 20 years ago, it wasn't as important. Health wasn't an important issue in the African American community. The most important things were like lowering the crime rates, getting people to graduate, getting people to want to go to college. And I think with the shift to HIV and AIDS attention, it's come to the forefront because of the seriousness of the disease, and people now realizing how serious HIV and AIDS is. HIV and AIDS has affected my family and my community in devastating ways. I know 3 or 4 people who currently live with the HIV and AIDS virus. They take multiple medicines. They live day to day. Sometimes they're in and out of the hospital, but they're still surviving and they're being strong. In my community, I'm from Broward County, and Broward County is a place that's in the top 2 in the state of Florida for new HIV and AIDS cases. And currently in Broward County, 1 in 50 blacks have HIV and AIDS. And for me, that's very alarming because in Broward County, a lot of women are affected with the HIV and AIDS virus. And most people, or let alone most children my age, don't even take that serious. And in Florida in 2004, HIV and AIDS was the leading cause for deaths for the age of between 25 and 44. And that's like the next generation after me. And in my perspective, it just is shocking that this epidemic is going around and nobody really takes it serious until it gets to the point it's at. And it keeps spreading, it's making new strands, but the only most important way to stop it is to let people get educated about it. And like me and my peers of RCP and my other members, we feel like education is the most powerful way, and in order to stop it, we have to start talking about it now. And that's why we started RCP. That's why we have events on campus to let everybody know that this is something serious. Being a young adult in America and being African American, I feel that it's some challenges as compared to my white counterparts. Being an African American woman, you're always, like, they have stigmas that you're supposed to be loud, ghetto, rude, and have an attitude. And those are stigmas that you get just by walking in a room, that people automatically see you like that. As compared to a Caucasian woman, she's usually seen as gentle or nice or or like humble. But in contrast, it's very different. Like being an African American woman, it's like I face challenges of having two levels, being a minority and a minority woman against me. And it's like when in a lot of situations, you always, if you're not looked down upon, you're looked down upon. Like you have the glass ceiling plus another ceiling because you're an African American woman. And I think to get over that, I think personally, you just need to fight and stay focused. And if I had any advice I would give to a younger sibling, I would just say respect yourself, because if you respect and love yourself, then you're going to do the right things. You might make a mistake, but you're going to learn how to get over it. And if you respect and love yourself, you're going to set goals, you're going to prosper. And then I also would tell you to surround yourself around the right people, because a lot of times in life, our decisions, we might not want to admit it, but our decisions are made because of the people we hang around with and we associate with. The decision to have sex, the decision to have unprotected sex, the decision to have sex with people you don't know, the decision not to go to class, not to go to school, or to even drop out. A lot of those things are influenced by your peers. And I would tell you, just surround yourself by positive people who love themselves as well and are trying to do something good with themselves.